With the upcoming ban of Red Purple Law and Enies Lobby, is Yellow Black Luffy poised to become the next top deck in the current meta? In this video, we'll go through the deck list, and then we'll jam some games. And then you can decide for yourself. Alright, so leader. So Monkey D. Luffy from the starter deck, so one of the three brothers from the starter deck. I found this really interesting when I first started looking at this game. Per the rules, your face-up life cards will be sent to the bottom of your deck instead of your hand. Just interesting wording. Yeah, basically what that means, if you lose life, normally you would put the card in your hand. But if they are face up, instead they go to the bottom of your deck. Similar to Ace's static ability, I guess we can call that, where at the end of your turn, your face-up life cards go to your trash. So yeah, it helps. It puts a caveat on it that stops it from being too overpowered. But yeah, Don times 2, so put 2 Don on it. You can activate in your main once per turn. You can discard a card from your hand, and then if your life is at 0 cards, you may add up to 2 5-cost character cards from your hand or trash to your life face up. So you got to get to 0 life, which is a risky proposition, but you can kind of survive pretty easy on 0 life, or you can go to 0, do this, and then use other ways to put a card back on top of your life, so you've still got a life card there when you end your turn. So this deck, we're playing similar to the blue-yellow ace list. We're playing the brothers, so we're playing Sabos in this list, which we weren't in the blue-yellow ace list, but we've got little aces, we've got little Luffys, we've got the rush ace. We don't have the 5-cost blocker ace because that is a blue card. Yeah, we've got the 2 different Luffys, the Luffy that pumps himself and the Rocket Luffy that KOs dudes, and then the Garps to go and find them, a couple of the events, the Brothers Bond, to also go and find them. So that's all similar to the blue-yellow ace list. Charlotte Flampeys to take a card from your life and then draw a card, which is quite nice, especially in this list. If you want to get down to 0 life, you're effectively 1 Don drawing 2 cards, drawing a card off your life and drawing a card off your deck. And then Hiyori is fantastic for resetting the card on top of your life. You can take a face-up card, put a different card face down, as well as setting things up for what we're going to get to with our Luffy and other cards. Yeah, as well as they're both 2k counters, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we got the Sabos, the little Sabos, work exactly the same as the Aces and the Luffys, and we're not playing any yellow Sabos in here. I think there is a yellow Sabo in the starter deck. Yeah, that one. We're not playing any of that. Not good enough, I assume. But we are playing the black Sabo, which is the 5-cost 6k blocker, and then it stops your dudes from getting KO'd until the start of your next turn, and you can draw 2 and trash 2, which also goes very well in this deck. Yeah, stopping your characters from getting KO'd is quite nice, and with the Lucci and all that sort of stuff floating around in the meta as well. So we've got one Makino, however you say her name. I haven't seen her in the show yet, so I don't know how to say her name. Just another 2k counter that lets you manipulate your life, which is handy. 2 of the Emporio Ivanikov, which is also from the starter. Just a 3-cost 4k blocker that also helps you manipulate your life. Having the extra blockers, because we don't have the blue ace blocker, it's handy to have like this literally. I know we've got the blocker Sabo, so it gives us 6 blockers in the deck. 1 of Ice Age, which shrinks character's cost and has the trigger of KOing, a 3 cost. And then we also got Kuzan in this list, which I haven't played before, but 4-cost 5k is not bad. Draws you a card, so replaces itself and shrinks your opponent's characters. The reason why we're shrinking stuff in this, it's not like the Gecko Mori and the Lucci lists that are KOing characters a lot, but you've got the Ice Age, which can trigger to KO something, it costs 3 or less, but just the Rocket Luffy can kill dudes, so I guess you can, shrink dudes, -4 cost, and then this KOing of 4 or less. You can take out most things, so it's handy for that. I don't know if that's good enough or not. I think this is only a recent addition to the deck. But the big bad for this deck, and the card that most people thought was going to get banned, is this one, Gecko Moria. And this is where you have your bonkers turns. 8 cost, 9k on play, choose up to 1 cost 4 or less and 1 cost 2 or less card from your trash. Play one of them, then play the remaining rested. So what you're wanting to do is basically pick up two brothers. You go to 0 life, use your Luffy ability to put 2 5 costs, you know, the Luffy, Sabos, Aces, whatever you want, on top of your life, and then play Moria and pick up, you know, one of these into play untapped, refreshed, whatever it's called in this game, and one rested, and then activate them both straight away, pull the 2 off the top of your life, and then that pumps your Luffy to 9k until your next turn, and that's how you sort of survive. You're surviving at 0 life. Your leader is at 9k, which is just obviously quite hard to attack through. So that's the general gist of the deck. It's not that different to the blue-yellow list that was playing recently, but obviously quite good. It's been doing quite well in the meta, so we'll see how it goes tonight. Yeah, Tys, so this is a free sim that's made by a community person named Batsu, Batsu, and they maintain this for free. They host the servers, they do everything. They get, you know, people can donate to them and all that sort of thing, which I highly recommend. But yeah, massive amount of effort for them to do that, which is certainly appreciated by the community. All right, Reiju. Okay, so sequencing in this deck, I'm going to figure it out as we go. We've got a Sabo, we've got a Flampe, which can pull something off the top of our library. This can also, off our life. So I think we can keep this. We're gonna find out. Oh, is it really? Okay, that's interesting. All right, we are going first. So I think we just played this. This is going to be an interesting stream, probably full of punts. Alright, we've got a Moria. So we've got 2 Sabos. No ways of putting anything in our trash. Vanikov. So we could put an Ace on the top, but that doesn't help us. I'm used to using Ace's ability where I can just like look at 5. So I think we just attack here. We can't put enough on Flambe to attack. So let's just... Okay, that sounds interesting, Ties. Our opponent is doing a lot, and I have no idea what they're doing. So I'd like to get my life down further. Maybe we just draw another card with Flampe. Could live translate those titles with AI now, or is that frowned upon in the community? Which titles? I don't know what you're talking about. Minimum viable pizza. We're down to 2 life. So we could... We don't have enough to do anything much more this turn. Ah, sorry, you're talking to, talking to Tice. I thought you were talking to me. All good. Maybe we just don up Flampe and attack. Just get some cards out of their hand. Yep, sure. So we're going to be at 7 next turn. Yeah, I think I'm fine to take that. We've got 4 Don left. Maybe we counter out of this one. Don't want to go too low too quick. And I don't mind using these dudes as counters because I'm happy to have them in my trash. Cardboard Therapy, thanks for the raid. What have you been up to tonight? Yeah, I think I'm kind of okay bidding another one. We can potentially just attack back in and kill. We can play a Rusher Ace. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. What have you been up to tonight? Crashing out? All TCG'd out. What have you been playing? Sounds like you need some more Cardboard Therapy. You've been playing One Piece too? Nice. I will have to give you a follow. Alright. I'm just literal first game of this deck. New to One Piece as well, so I'm learning the ropes. I wouldn't mind taking these 2 off the board. We're at 7 Don. Maybe we can just go 7/7, just attack these 2. Don't have much in the way of counters, to be honest. But we don't mind going to 0. Am I winning? I don't know. It's very much like Magic where you can't look at life totals and know who's winning. This could be a problem. We're going to get our face punched in now. So next turn we've got enough for Moria, but we've got 2 little Sabos and a Flambe in our trash, and that's it. Our opponent is just swapping dudes around. $7K rush. Ugh. Alright, we could be in trouble here. I think I'm okay with having that in my trash. Sure. So I need 10 Don to do this, because I need to put 2 under this and then 8 to activate. So I'm still 2 turns away from that. That seems horrible. I mean, we probably count. We've got a Sabo. With Sabos in our trash, so let's just counter that. Well, we got one. We've got 2 1Ks left, and that's it. Yep, take that. We seem pretty good at finding Sabos. Another Moria. Not really what we want. So, how do we do anything in this? Trash the bottom or top. We got life. Place that face down. So that doesn't help us. So we don't have a Sabo in hand. It's the only little one we've got. We can't play that and Moria. We don't have a Rocket Luffy to shrink something and kill it. And our opponent's got 2, 3 5Ks plus a leader, 6K and a 7K. I think this game has gone really south. So we can pull out. We can't even do that because we don't have 10. We're not on 10 Don. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Let's go second. I don't even know what hands I should be keeping. Probably don't want a hand with 2 Morias. So let's mulligan. Alright. So they did nothing. So we probably don't mind just rolling these dudes out because we don't care if they get killed. Because we kind of want them in our trash anyway. Attacking in for 7, sure. Alright, 4 Don. This would be my ace turn where I put 2 Don under here, activate, start going off, but we're not doing that in this deck. So do we want to just swing in and draw a card? Maybe put a 5K on the board, draw a card? No idea if that's right or not. Alright, I've got to get into this cookie. It is... Like, seriously, look at this. Look at that cookie. Look at that blue cheese. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we found a bunch of little brothers this time. Now we've just got to figure out how to get them in our trash. Or I guess we can do the same as what we do in the ace deck, where we just use Hiyori to switch the card on top of our deck. Which is not bad. So what do we got? 6 Don. So we could go... We can play a Garp. Three Brothers Bond. Find some dudes. We do have a Luffy and a little Luffy. So if we could find... If we can find an ace, we can double trigger this turn anyway. So let's give that a crack. There's an ace, and we're down to 2 lives. So let's take that. So then we can... No, we can't stack 2 on top of our library, can we? What am I thinking? I don't know what I'm thinking. Alright, let's play Hiyori. Take the top of life. Okay, it was a Luffy on top anyway. So let's put ace down. So we can crack this, put that ace out. This leaves us with 3 Don. So we might just play Garp and just play another, like play a Sabo or something out. Trash that, play that, pumps our leader. Gives us a 7k leader for next turn. I don't think we attack with Kuzan here. Let's take a Sabo. We don't have any of those. And then play out another Sabo. Alright, let's get into this blue cheese. Oh. Alright, we got pudding. That just messed my hand up. Alright, attacking into my ace. What have we got? We've got a Sabo. So we can Ivanikov put Sabo on top of our library and crack that. So let's see if we can keep this ace alive. Alright, here I go. Okay. So if we play this dude, can put this on top. What else are we doing with our... Trash top life was a Garp. Sabo. Alright, so that gives us a blocker as well. What was it? Draw 2, trash 2. So let's trash... We don't have a Luffy. Luffy and a Kuzan. Alright, rules question for anyone who's out there that knows how this game works. If I play a Flampe when I've got no life, do I still get to draw a card? I'm assuming I do, because it's a you may... Well, I'm not doing the first part of it. You do not, okay, yep. Cool. Interesting. Same with... I know Hiyori's the same. Alright, so I guess we're just... Maybe we go... What have we got? 5... countered. We've got 5, so we can go 7, 7, 7. Probably just going to die next turn. We've got 2 2k counters, that's it. 1 blocker. Ooh, Gravity Blade. That would be nasty. Okay, we have no blocker now because they triggered the Gravity Blade and I lost my blocker. So we're probably just going to die here, which is fun. Yeah. So they can just core up, playing Battle Spirits again. Dawn up. I only have 2 counters. Oof. And they've just Gravity Bladed me. Okay. Well, that means I don't die. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna wipe my board though. Sure, I need to save the counters. So we can do the thing. What do we got? Luffy. Oh, that Gravity Blade put him on the bottom of my library. That's a problem. Because we've now only got 1 Luffy. That's it, okay. Yeah, we're in trouble. I'm still alive. Yeah, okay. So we have to put 2 Dawn under this. Yeah, we just can't get out of it. We've got the only thing we've got in here. We've got 1 Luffy. We needed our Rush Ace and a Sabo in our trash, which we don't have. So we're going to do nothing. And we don't have enough counters to counter out. So yeah, well, I mean, we got to do it just because this is what our deck is supposed to be doing, I guess. You may discard 1 card from your hand, yeah, so you have to discard the card. Yep. Then we can put that on top. I've only got the 1 target. Yep. So then we can put a... None of these are blockers either. Did we have an Vanikov? Oh, that got put on the bottom of my library too, I think. I guess we can do a Kuzan. And a Luffy. We drew a card. Cool. Got us a counter. And then we're just going to lose. Probably attack... This would be too easy to counter out of, so we probably attack the pudding. Alright. Cookie time. Alright, we've got 2 2k counters. Just going big. Yep, I mean, we can counter and then die. Cool. Purple Luffy. We'll go second again. Bugs flying around. Yeah, I guess we keep. Sure. Play one of these. Mr. 2. Very, very strange character. Sure. I think I'm up to maybe episode 110 now. Getting there slowly. Alright, we've got nothing useful. Maybe we can garp to try and find. There we go. What have we got? A Sabo. We only hit a Luffy. So we can take that. Play a Hiyori. Put the Luffy on top. And no, we can't do both. Can't do Jack Squat. Maybe we just attack. Jump the card of your life to your hand. If the amount of Don on your field is 0 or 3 or more. Add up to 1 Don. So if it's not 1 or 2. I think that's not 0 or 3 or more. Yeah, okay. Must be 1 or 2. Useless Captain Kid. Sure. Kill my Sabo. Cheap viewers. Gotta love some cheap viewers. Alright, 6 Don. So we can Hiyori, put a Luffy on top. It'd be good to be able. I wish we could have. If we could have lost a life, which I don't think we have any way of doing. We could have Hiyori'd, put a Luffy on top, given this dude -5, and then killed it with Luffy. Which we can't do just yet, but I guess we set up for that. Okay, Flampe helps. So we can put the Luffy out. We can then play the Luffy and crack it. Play that. Right, then we can Flampe to reduce our life. Actually, no, we are at 2 life, so we can do it anyway. So we just neg this thing, crack Luffy. Yeah. Alright. And we probably just play the Flampe anyway. Just draw some cards. So Mr. 2's kind of useless at the moment because we only have, the biggest we've got is a Garp, which is one thing you got to keep in mind. So we can only attack as a 2k. Can't kill any of my dudes because none of them are rested, and can't attack into my leader because we're at 7k, and yeah. Mr. 2 will only be attacking as a 2k. Oh, I've got a selected Don to return. Sorry. It's annoying. I didn't even know that was the thing. Opponent's turn, when his character is KO'd, your opponent returns 2 of their Don cards on the field to their Don deck. Ooh, that's gross. Only on our turn, though. Interesting. So next turn we're going to be at 7 Don. We've got no big brothers. We can draw a card off of a Kuzon. So we don't have anything we can replace. Like we can't use a Vanikov or Hiyori to change the top of my deck. Didn't really want another Moria there, so I guess we're just drawing a card and seeing what we get. I really miss this Ace's ability of just looking at 5, looking at 5, looking at 5. You just churn through your deck so quick. I feel like I'm playing on slow mode. So what are we doing with 3? Oh, we got a 6k. No blockers, and we got a Vanikov's a blocker. Trust top one. Real 1 5 cost card from your hand. Place a face down to your life. I don't have a 5 cost. I have enough to cast another one of these. I can just roll out another one of these dudes just to have them out there, sort of ready to go. We could attack in with Garp. It's probably not ideal, and we just lose our Garp for nothing. So maybe we just don up our leader. Probably play the Ace. Although I think we've got more. I think there's 4 Black Sabos. There's not that many Aces, I don't think. There's more Luffys than anything else. So maybe we play a Luffy out. Can't remember the deck list exactly. Well, now that I have a 5k. So next time we're at 9. $10 next turn would have been quite nice. We just bin one of these brothers. Yeah, having the 5k meant that Mr. 2 could attack as a 5k. Interesting card, this one. Ooh, spoiler, former Baroque Works. Currently Baroque Works where I'm up to in the story. Let's take the 7. Take the 7. Maybe we need a counter out of that. We'd have to use... I really want to. We could actually just die here. We've got hardly any counters. I think we need to counter out of it. So if they just don up their leader and whatever this is, Khalifa, did they play that this turn? I can't remember. We just die. We've got a 1k counter left. That's it. Yeah, which looks like that's what they're doing. So we can't counter out of that. We got nothing. We now have 2k encounters. So if you just don up your Luffy. We just dead here. We're just dead. Yep. Cool. We're doing well. This is an interesting ability from Bonney. I guess we keep. So we can play out a Luffy here. Then next turn we can Hiyori, put a Luffy on top. Either I'm really bad at this deck, which is probably pretty likely, or it's just not working for me tonight, or the deck's just not as good as I thought it was. Alright, so we probably put this Luffy out. Alright, we had a Sabo, that's good. Put Luffy on top. Let's crack. So if we attack in here, they've got one Don, so they're gonna rest this dude. We could pump this dude. Seeing as he's gonna get rested anyway. I think we play out a Sabo. So they're going to rest this Luffy, which means then they could just attack in and kill it. So we may trash the top of our life. Yep. Just means it stays as an 8k for their turn. So then our leader's at 7k, this is at 8k. Puts us in a better spot for next turn, and then we'll just play out a Sabo. Seems we've got a Sabo in our hand and a Hiyori, so we can potentially do that thing. Or do we want to keep the Sabo safe? Whatever. Let's just play it. She'll be right. Famous last words. Although, yeah, it does put us in the awkward position where we can only really attack with one of these. Active 2 Don. Okay, so we're at 6, so we could Ivanikov to put a Sabo on top. We can Hiyori to put Sabo on top. Don't think it matters other than one's cheaper than the other. This one's a 4k, which is probably not bad, and having the blocker. So maybe we do that. Use that, trash that. Alright, we had a Moria, put a Sabo there. Deploy the Sabo. So we're now at 0 life, so we can put 2... What are we going to be at next turn? 8. Could potentially Moria next turn. Maybe we don't have any dudes to put back on top. got to be 5 costs. Yeah, got to add the 5 costs, which we don't have any. 3 Dawn. Oh, sorry. Select 2 cards to trash. Okay, so we can trash. Oh, okay. Let's put that and that. Then we can put these on here. Trash. Let's trash that. Put those 2, probably put them in the wrong order. Yep, tapped out my blocker. That's fine. Yeah, I should have put them around the other order, then I could trash one. I could have trashed the Luffy and then had the ace there ready to go for next turn, but yeah. Alright, countering out. Still got 6 cards in hand. Alright, so they're likely to try and kill one of these 2 this turn. Probably this dude. Alright, who are we attacking? Alright, attacking Sabo. I think I counter out of that. Do we want to block with a Vanikov? No, I don't think we need to. Urogi. 6k into 6k again. I think we can I don't know what the right line is there. I'm down to 2 cards in here, which is not ideal. But we do have an ace with an ace on top of our library. Our life, sorry. And a Luffy. Okay, so we can double the brothers this turn. That's interesting. Yeah. So if we go play ace, crack ace, deploy that, play Luffy. Don't need Hiyori anymore. Deploy that. We can crack that and kill this blocker. And then do a bunch of swinging. So Flampe doesn't draw his cards, so these are just 2k counters at the moment. Okay, so we're at 9k here. We can't use this dude's ability. We've got 4 Dawn. Alright, well let's attack him for 7. Yep, tap my blocker. That's cool. That's only that's a once per turn. Okay, so took the life. I've got plenty of counters here for sure. You can use Luffy's ability with 0 life. Can you? Character gains plus... Oh, yeah, okay. So the first part, this character gains plus 2k till the start of your turn. Then if you have one or more life, draw a card and trash top card of your life. Yeah, okay. I did not read it that way. Cool. That's handy to know. So we can put 4... So that makes this 8k. We can put 4 on this, make this 8k. That's not a bad position to be in, I think. Do we keep this up? Maybe we're better off just swinging in big with these dudes. Keep up the blocker. So we've only got 2 cards in hand. It's not. It is 2k counters, but it's not much. So let's activate that. So we're at 8k, 10. Maybe we go 10, 11k. What's this? 9. We go 10k and then 11k on this. Get them to 0. We're both at 0. Actually, I can add these dudes back. That's a good point. Because I've got... So we can still do this. Trash a card from hand. We've got 1 Luffy. 1 Luffy, that's it. Still probably worth it. It's better than a counter in our hand. So let's trash the Hiyori. Put that back. Yep, that's the only one. Alright, interesting. I got a lot of cards in hand. This is where you want to be playing puddings. I got 10, I've got 1. Doesn't seem fair. But my board is looking a lot better than theirs. Alright, blocker. $6k into my blocker. We just counter out of this. It just puts us, gives us just another threat for next turn. I think we do. Another blocker. Okay. Basil Hawkins. 6k and 6k. Well, I can't block now. I can't stop that now. I can block. Yeah, maybe we block now. Gecko Moria. Okay. Well then. Maybe we should have let that Sabo die so then we could Moria this turn. We still only have Luffy on top. Luffy will kill a blocker. So I think we can get here. What's the best way to do this? I can't play Moria and I don't have the room for dudes. I can only really get 1 dude. I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to use 8. Yeah, maybe we just start with an attack and see what you've got. What are you going to tap down? Because that'll dictate what we do from here. The 2 blockers is... I have no other 5 costs in my trash. Now thinking hard. How many counters do you have? Alright, tap down that dude. Cool. Counter out. Alright. So, play Moria, get back a Luffy, crack the Luffy, bring back this Luffy, crack that Luffy, get rid of the blocker. I don't think it puts us in a position where we can win. So we can activate this dude. Make it bigger. This can kill the blocker. We're at 7k. I mean, we can attack in and see. Can make this 8k, make this 7k potentially attack in. But I think we kind of need this as a blocker. We have no cards in hand, so there's no countering out. We do get to draw a card. Draw another Luffy. It's a counter, I guess. Yeah, I think we just make this 9k and just attack in. We can put this back on our life again. But we have to trash... Ooh, how does this work? Let's see if this works the way it should does in Magic. We trash the card first, yep, and then we can put the 2 on the top, okay, good. Now these won't trigger because they go face up and we've got the leader's ability. Alright, well that puts us back at 2 life, so that's handy. Well, I'm figuring it out. We're slowly piecing it together. Yep, lose your blocker, okay. So, we could attack in here. We are in a decent position. Okay. Wow, that's 1k counter in hand. I totally could have bluffed that, and I was very much going to pass the turn there. But if we had have attacked, they just didn't have the counters to counter out of that. They had 1k. That was it. So we would have taken it down. I guess that's why they tapped down this dude. They knew they wouldn't be able to counter out of that. We got a win on the board. Look at that. Kaido. Okay. I don't know what hands we should be keeping in this deck. Probably hands that have little brothers. I'm just going to run with this. Hioris are useful. This draws us a card. We're playing purple. Don -7. Trash one of your opponent's life cards. Ugh. Wow. Impressive. Let's just roll out a Luffy and the turn. If your leader has the animal king, add 1 Don from your Don deck and rest it. Okay. So we're ramping and then minusing 7 to trash our life. Okay, interesting. Do we just draw a card? develop our board. Let's do that. Alright, there's a little Luffy. There's a little Luffy. So that puts them at 6. They're going to go up to 7. So they can -7. Trash my life. I'm more than happy if you want to -7 Don to take one of my lives. No trigger. Trafalgar Law. Got a blocker. Okay. Alright, so you may trash 2 cards from their hand. Is that... I've never played in Paper, so don't know exactly how this works, and it just happened. You may trash 2 cards from their hand. I'm assuming in this game that is just a random... Like, I'm just discarding 2 cards at random? They don't get to choose them? Yeah, it says there, randomly send from trash to hand. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's have a look and see what we got. So we can take an ace. We do have an ace in our hand. We've also got a Sabo in our hand. So maybe we take Sabo. We can Hiyori the Sabo on the top and then play the Sabo. We've still got 3 life, so it's probably best. Play Hiyori. Put a Sabo. Play Sabo. Trash that. Deploy that. Alright, we've got lots of little brothers now. Select 2 cards to trash. Maybe we put these 2 in our bin? Kind of don't need another Luffy. Maybe we go... I guess against this deck, you got to be careful not to go to 0. I'm assuming... Again, another rules question. The way this is worded, I don't think this can kill you if you've got no life cards. It's just trashing a life card. So if you're on 0, I don't think that kills you, but I could be totally wrong. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's fine. Got Bon Clay. Alright. So we can Hiyori to put Luffy on top, crack Luffy to play the Luffy, KO the Bon Clay. Play Russia Ace, maybe? Could work. Put this dude on top. Crack that. Trash that. Got 6, 7. So let's go this. Let's attack. Clear their board a bit. Yep. Leave up our blocker. Trigger, activates card to main effect. Look at 5. Yep, take a such and such. Ooh, 10 cost Kaido. What the heck just happened to my board? Don -6. If your leader has the Animal Kingdom Pirates type KO all characters other than this one. Ouch. That was a bit excessive. Alright, so we've got Moria, but we're on 1 life, so we can't use Luffy's ability. Two aces in hand. Like, we've got a stacked graveyard. We've got little brothers, big brothers, but we're at 1 life. Hiyori can take our life card, leave us with nothing, and we just die to Kaido. I guess we can see what the card is. We don't have much else to do. No, we've got a Luffy, but we don't have a little Luffy. But we can Moria to get the Luffy. We're just gonna die to this Kaido. Yeah, I think we just kind of take the attack and probably try and counter out of. I think we're just gonna die here. Yeah, we've just got an unfortunate hand, and being at 1 life is not really where we want to be. We've got no way to deal with this dude. Well, let's just don up. Yep. I think we're just gonna... I mean, they can just -7 Don, take my life. Yep. And then just attack, and we just die. Interesting. This Reiju again. I think we started playing against Reiju tonight. Yeah. Are we going second? Sure. Keep. Let's just roll out a... No, we're going second. Stage on 1. Discard a card, the rest of this stage, look at the top 3, get a Germa. Cool. So, Reiju into Reiju into Reiju. Nice. Okay. Alright, we've got 4 Don. We just develop our board here. Play a 5. Just take a card. Yeah, that's it. Right. If you're still hanging around from the raid, make sure you give us a follow while you're here. Be yeah, streaming a bit more One Piece. Aiming to stream a bit more regularly. Launch into a monologue right after I've put a cookie in my mouth. Yeah, stream a bunch of different stuff. Do quite a few streams with the kids. Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite, VR games. It's different stuff with the kids. It's good fun. And then, yeah, occasionally stream some other games, One Piece and things. And if I'm not on this channel, I'm on the Magic Beans. You can... What the Magic Beans cast? Man, geez, I haven't done that for a while. Yeah, if you're into Magic at all, then yeah, go to twitch.tv/magicbeanscast. Chuck us a follow over there. Yeah, stream. I haven't streamed Arena for ages, but we've been doing a few paper streams, modern. Commander. We'll actually be doing a Commander Precon stream and giveaway in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be playing the Bloom Burrow Commander decks and then giving them away. But yeah, give us a follow here too. Would appreciate it. Alright, 6 Don. We've got nothing that lines up with what's in our hand. Oh, let's see what we can find from our GARP. Nothing. Stone cold nothing from our GARP. That was useless. Maybe we just play a Luffy out and trash cards from our life. Alright, got a little Luffy. That's handy. Be good for next turn. Probably should have attacked my leader there. Don't think there's any reason not to. Yeah, it's fine. You can have that. Reiju in the trash. If you have equal to or less Don on your field than your opponent, and if you have 5 or less cards in hand, draw 2 cards. Do like drawing cards. So next time we're on 8 Don. We could put a Luffy on the top of our deck. Play with Hiyori, play a Luffy. Take that one off. Kill my Sabo? It's a bit rude. What did Sabo ever do to you? Equal or less Don on your field than your opponent. Give up to one of your opponent's characters 2k power for this turn, and this character gains Rush. Okay. Ah, we found an ace. Alright, well, let's do Hiyori. Found a Flampe. Let's add a Luffy. Play a Luffy. Trash the Luffy. Play that Luffy. So we can go down to 0 life here if we want. Probably not where we want to be with this board that they've got going on the other side here. 3 5k to 6k to 7k. So we kind of don't. I mean, we can go to 0 life, make these dudes both 8Ks, but we don't actually have a lot in the way of counters in our hand. We've got a 2k and 2 1Ks. That's it, which is pretty poor, to be honest. Probably want to try and get this off the field, just so it's one less attacker. We try with our leader. Leader's at 7k. They got a lot of cards in hand. 8 cards in hand. I'm just going to counter the heck out of this. Get 2 cards out of their hand at least. And then maybe we can just don up our Kuzan. And attack again. Gina. Whatever. When I very first looked at One Piece cards, it's like, why the heck would you want to give your opponent's characters minus cost? Like, are you making them cheaper for them to cast? It's made no sense to me at all. Obviously, it doesn't work that way. Alright, we got a dude off the board. But we may just be dead here. They are low on Don though, because they did have minused quite a bit. So they could go like 7k, 6k, 7k, 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 5k, 5, 6, and 3 7s. Just with what they've got on the field. There is no way I can survive that. Although I am at 7k, so the 5 and the 6 do nothing. So if they just went 7k, 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 I just die. So sure, you can kill Kuzan. I was fine with that to start with. Tony Chopper. Alright, we're on 10 Don. We've got 1 life though. We can trash that, but we've got literal nothing. This lets me discard 1 card. I mean, if this is a 5 cost Sabo, I can discard a Luffy. Just doesn't seem good. I mean, we're just so dead, so let's just do the thing. It's an ace. Sure. I need a way to put these 2 in my trash. I can only discard one. I've got nothing in my trash. Goodness me. I mean, whatever. Let's just trash a Russia Ace. Add it to my life. Sure. That's it. Play a Moria. Let's get back and I mean that's basically it. Unless our opponent has actual no counters in hand, we're pretty much dead. Probably could have done that in a totally different way. So they need to actually have no counters. Alright, there's one. So we just lose. We're just attacking. Alright. Now you can kill us. We've got 1k, 1k, 2k, 1k. So, they don't have a ton of Don. And my leader's at 7k, so... depending on how they line up their attacks... we could survive, maybe. Alright, we'll start with that. Sure. Well, let's give us a way to put a Luffy in the bin. We're just attacking in 7Ks. Okay, sure. I mean, I have to counter, like, there's no way around it. So are they starting to question their tactics now? Do they start going after my... if they just attack my face... what do we got? 5k, 5k... 7k... Yep. Yep, okay. So we're just dead. Put 2 on the last one and attack. Yep, you got there. Exactsies. Look at this. What is this garbage in my hand? That was close. Very close. Interesting. I had a hell of a lot more success with the yellow-blue ace list as opposed to the black yellow Luffy list. As I said, literal first game tonight, so punts all over the place, no idea what I'm doing, trying to figure it out, as well as not even knowing, for one, how to play One Piece properly, and two, the meta and the cards my opponent's playing and what they're even actually trying to do. So not exactly the, you know, highest bar of skill and decision making, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, fun. Yeah, I've been wondering if, you know, the Black Yellow Luffy list has been performing well in tournaments. I think it was like the most recent tournament that was on this weekend in the US. It's like 3 of the top 4. So obviously it's good. But I've been wondering with the blue-yellow list, that's just not showing up anywhere. Is it just flying under the radar and people just don't know it? Or it's just not good enough? I don't know. interesting. That's going to do us. Yeah, give us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and the subscribe button, and keep an eye out for more content in the future. See ya. Bye.